Welcome back to the Archive Network. Aurelius here with Malik, curators of the Civilization Archive. We left Aztec civilization last time, and as the empire grows, so do its ambitions and its risks. Today we pick up where we left off. The air above Lake Texcoco is a sight to behold. Morning light dances on the water, revealing the outlines of a city emerging from the depths. Tenochtitlan, a marvel of engineering and ambition, rises to meet the sun. It's a place of stone causeways and vibrant life, where the Mexica have transformed themselves from wanderers into a formidable empire.
But let's not forget that this transformation came at a cost. The Mexica had to overcome years of marginalization and struggle against more powerful neighbors. They didn't just rise. They fought for every inch of ground. This ambition was built on the backs of those who were often forgotten, the very people who toiled to create this new world.
Everything changes dramatically in 1428. Texcoco. Their fierce leader forges an unlikely alliance with Texcoco and Tlacopan. This triple alliance isn't just about ambition. It's a matter of survival against Azcapotzalco's oppressive rule. These three city-states recognize that together they stand a better chance. They're not just uniting for power. They're fighting for their very existence. This is how empires expand. They consolidate forces, adapt, and seize their fate, reshaping the landscape of power in the process.
But calling it survival really oversimplifies their struggle. This was about so much more than just staying alive. It was also about revenge, about reclaiming their dignity. The Mexica weren't just pawns in this game. They were active players, fully aware that the stakes were life or death. This wasn't merely a political alliance. It was a powerful redefinition of who they were and how they could assert their strength in the region. They were fighting for their legacy.
The conflict that ensues is fierce. Armies gather on those causeways, obsidian blades glinting ominously in the fading light. The Triple Alliance pushes forward, relentless in their pursuit of dominance, each victory echoing through the land like thunder. But let's pause to consider the true cost of these triumphs. The charred timbers and crumbling walls stand as silent witnesses to the high price of ambition. They remind us that every gain leaves a scar, and history seldom forgets the wreckage left in its wake.
And those victories were built on more than just military might. The Mexica often allowed local rulers to stay in power, as long as tribute flowed back to Tenochtitlan. It created a complex web of agreements that kept things in balance. There was a constant play between threat and reward. But we can't forget the human cost of conquest, the families torn apart, the communities disrupted. All of this was woven into the fabric of their expansion, and those stories deserve to be told.
The tribute system becomes the empire's lifeblood. We see fine textiles, rich cacao, and exquisite jaguar pelts flooding into Tenochtitlan, fueling its expansion in ways we might overlook. But with this influx comes the need for an intricate bureaucracy. The Tlatoani, once merely a war leader, now embodies royal authority, supported by a council of nobles. They manage the flow of goods and ensure the stability of the empire. It's a delicate balance, but that's the nature of power.
That structure doesn't serve everyone equally. The commoners, or Mesoamerica, are the ones who bear the brunt of labor and tribute collection. Meanwhile, the nobles, known as Pipiltin, just keep amassing power and wealth. You can really see the divide growing. Laws dictate what people wear, where they live, and even what they eat. This just deepens the inequality and fuels resentment among the Mesoamerican, who often struggle to survive while the elites thrive.
It's a delicate balance of power we see at play. The Calpollis still manage local affairs, but the nobles are the ones overseeing tribute collection. This bureaucratic layer proves crucial for maintaining order and ensuring that everything runs smoothly. It's reminiscent of ancient structures, where authority is both distributed and centralized. The engine of empire demands careful orchestration of its parts, and without that, chaos can quickly emerge. We can't overlook how these dynamics shape our history.
But how long can that balance last? As tribute demands grow heavier, tensions rise in the subject cities. Families are struggling to put food on the table and children are going hungry. Famine and unrest spread when quotas become unbearable. This isn't just a political issue. It's a human crisis. The Mexica need to see the human cost of their ambitions, or they risk losing everything they've built, including the trust of those they rely on.
You raise an important point. The expansion of agriculture and the development of chinampas really push the limits of the lake environment. Sure, the Mexica are innovative in their methods, but in their zeal, they risk overextending themselves. Ambition can easily blind us to the delicate balance of nature. History shows us this time and again. Every empire, in its quest for growth, often forgets that nature has its own rules. Ignoring those rules can lead to dire consequences.
And that blind ambition leads to cracks in the empire. While Tenochtitlan grows into a mighty capital, it's built on the backs of many who suffer in silence. The Mexica have created an empire beyond imagination, but they can't ignore the heavy toll it takes on the people. True greatness isn't just about the glory of conquest. It demands accountability for those who endure the hardships. If they want to truly thrive, they must face the realities of their own making.
By the end of the 15th century, the Triple Alliance has established its dominance over central Mexico. Their list of tribute grows ever longer, stretching resources to the limit. Yet, as we examine the situation more closely, we see the burdens of conquest weigh heavily on both the rulers and the ruled. The Mexica have crafted a vast empire, but with that expansion comes unrest. True challenges still lie ahead, waiting to test the very foundations of their power.
That's where we leave it this time. Aztec civilization continues. The story isn't finished yet. Find the full series on the Civilization Archive, part of the Archive Network. We'll be back with the next chapter.